All right. So Swan Bitcoin delays IPO plan and announces shutdown of mining unit. The CEO said that without revenue from the mining arm, the company expected to halt its plans for public offerings and announce a staff cut. So they're not going public anymore, and there's going to be staff cuts. So Corey Clipston, the CEO of financial services firm Swan Bitcoin, announced the company would be scrapping its plans for an initial public offering in the near future, following a shutdown of its mining operations. In July 22nd post on X, Clipston announced a staff reduction and said that the firm was unlikely to continue with its managed mining business. Now, in the near term, CEO said that without revenue from the mining arm, the company expected to halt its plans for an IPO. Now, Swan is pulling back from our accelerated spending plan for our core financial services business, said Clipston. Unfortunately, this includes staff cuts across many functions. Now, here's that tweet that he did say that announcement. Swan is unlikely to continue with our managed mining business in the near term. Without the expectation of significant near-term revenue from our managed mining unit, we're pulling our plans to the IPO for at least the near future right now. According to Swan, it is pulling back from our accelerated spending plan for our core financial service business, and unfortunately, this includes staff cuts across many functions. The Swans we've had to let go in our staff reduction this week are some of the best Bitcoiners on earth, and I would gladly work with every one of them in the future. I will be doing my best to help them find new roles in Bitcoin, and I hope that if you have the opportunity to help similarly, you jump the chance. This is an incredible moment in time for Bitcoin with real institutional adoption and an increasingly favorable regulatory and political environment, and the ranks of Bitcoiners swelling in the number at Swan will remain ready to serve you with an array of Bitcoin financial services and free education. Now, in January, Swan Bitcoin announced it had launched a mining venture in 2023 and was working to become a publicly traded company in the US within 12 months. The firm said at the time that it had reported $125 million in revenue since 2023 and doubled the number of its staff. Clipston's announcement came roughly 3 months after the Bitcoin halving cut the mining rewards from 6.25 to 3.125 Bitcoin per block. Yeah, if you forgot what the halving was, it's when the amount of new Bitcoin being minted per block is cut in half. We covered a bunch of those articles back then, and I'm sure everyone can always look that up. But this event's caused the earning from major mining companies to drop, including Bitfarms, and the Canadian firm being targeted by Riot Platforms for a hostile takeover. So yeah, during that time, it hurt them, but right as the previous article we saw, now they are hodling it because we are just at that moment. But other mining firms have fared better in 2024. The German BTC mining firm Northern Data reportedly plans to seek an IPO in the US starting in the first half of 2025, and Genesis Digital Asset is also reportedly considering a public offering in the near future. So some miners out there were having a hard time. Others didn't even get phased by it, and they are doing very, very well. But that's just the Swan Bitcoin news for you. So if you're looking for an IPO plan, it's delayed, and their mining has happened to do some layoffs and cuts. But that is that for you.